Hello, I'm back again. This time we will be doing vegan donuts. There they are. Vegan donuts using oat milk and also some vegan, well, this is vegan margarine to be fair, but it's a good one. Okay, so that's it really. I'm going to get on and I will give you the step-by-step on how I create. Okay, so before we start mixing, I'm just going to activate my yeast rather than put it straight in there. With a touch of the warm oat milk. That goes into there. So your 2 sachets, your 14 grams. Which may seem a lot, but we need that because we want a really good puffy rise when we go to fry them. So obviously you're going to need a deep fat fryer, or you're going to need a pan of oil, roughly around what, 3 litres or so, 3 or 4 litres of oil, because that's the way it goes. And we'll probably be cooking around 160 to 170 C. Right, so I've mixed that. I'm going to add a pinch of sugar and a pinch of flour to that. And what that's going to do is that's going to feed my yeast and bring it to life. Just make sure you get all the yeast off your spoon, okay? Because we don't want to detract from anything. Okay, so I'm going to cover that with a bit of thingy and just leave it to ferment out the way for a little minute. It won't take long. Okay. So while we're waiting for that, I'm going to put my margarine into my flour with my sugar and my salt. I think on my recipe it says we add that later, but you can add it to your flour mixture while you're waiting. So again, on a slow speed, let that work around. So what you will see, obviously, it's not going to be as fine a crumb as what did we do the other day? I can't remember. But you need those fats to make sure it's coated again your flour, but you won't tell as much as of the previous recipe that we did, if I can remember it. Okay. I remember it was the scones. So yeah, the butter has dispersed, and as you can see, that's working really fast. So we need to get that in there straight away. We're going to put that into our mixture. So that's activated nicely, and that's the good thing about the fast acting yeast, because it comes to life really fast. And again, we'll put the majority of our warm milk in. So the milk is best at, so blood temperature, no higher, it doesn't need to be higher. That's it. So what I should have done is put the dough hook in. But you can still do it with this, it just works better with dough hook. So I'm just going to let it do that and I'm going to scrape it down. Which is fine and dandy. Okay. So this is going to be a really nice mix. And here comes the dough hook. So as you see, I've not added all the milk. I'm just going to wait for a minute to see how dry the dough is before I add the rest, which I am going to add it now. Maybe not all of it. And if you do end up adding more than you need liquid-wise, just throw in a little bit more flour just to soak up some of the milk, which I might be doing in a second. So really, I've probably got about 50 ml left there, so yeah, I'm just going to add a little bit more flour to that. Maybe 2 little handfuls. Little handfuls. That's it. And then we're going to work that for about 4 minutes or so until it's a nice smooth dough. Okay, so that's about 4 minutes. Nice bit of dough. I'm not going to use any flour because this one's worked out quite well. Sometimes you might have to just a little bit of flour to it. Just to stop it sticking, but once you start it should be fine. And that's your sort of donut dough. So obviously we have to let that rest and prove. So again we'll wait till it's doubled in size. And I don't want too much flour in there either. Sorry about that, it's my phone. Just had to reset it, so I've been a bit preoccupied. Okay, so I'm going to put that straight into there. Smells beautiful. That's all your ingredients. And another bit of cling film. It won't take long to rise. Because we've already activated the yeast. The yeast is doing its job right now. Okay, so we're going to leave that there, and then we'll come back to it in a minute. Okay, so you can see the dough has risen. So the same as bread, I'm going to take it out and knock it back. This I'm going to roll it with a rolling pin. It's about 1/2 inch thickness. Look at that. So it's like a nice enriched dough. Enriched with butter and sugar. Okay, so that I'm just going to roll. I'll just put a little bit of flour down so when I cut it, it's not going to stick to the surface. It goes on. To make really delicious donuts. There we go. So about 1/2 inch. They will rise considerably. So I'll sort of pick it up because it will shrink back. That's it. Okay. So I have just some trays there with parchment paper on. It's up to you which size you do your dog nuts at. Oh, I could probably do them a bit bigger, yeah. And then again with your ring, probably want to be like that. Okay. But have a play around, do what you like, to be fair. Right, so I'm going to cut these out. Again, try not to do this because you'll create air and it causes suction or push down your... So to the side. Okay. And you can either cut it, actually what I'll do, I'll cut it out just to show you, and I'll lift it out. Okay, so that, I'm going to cut the centre out. Do not discard your centres. You can keep them, and we'll fry those, so little donut balls. What I will do, I'm just going to put a bit of flour here, just so I can just do that. So there's a bit of flour around my cutter. Okay. And again, straight down the middle and out. Okay, save your balls. Show you again. Down. I mean, you don't have to cut your middles out, you can leave them whole. I just like me ring donuts. So there. Okay. So obviously this is still proving, and it will continue to prove quite a lot. So at these points, you have to be sort of fast, but not overly. Okay, so I shall come back to you in a minute. So I've cut these all out. Right, so I've got about 12, that's right, 1, 2, 3, 12 donuts. You probably get about 14 out of them, 12 to 14. And then all, again, you can, if you make it smaller, if you make them smaller you can get a bit more, make them bigger you can get less, and so forth. Okay, just cover them really, really gently with that because I don't want it to stick to my cling film, and it is just to keep the warmth in a little bit, let them prove while I get my fryer set up, and then we'll go. Wicked. Okay, so the donuts have sort of doubled in size, and at this point you be a little bit gentle. I'm going to put about, well, the heat is around 170 degrees. I'm going to put 1, 2, just 3 in at a time for now. And the art is just to keep rolling them. Oh, they look nice. I'll just tell you what I haven't done. And that is do my sugar. So while I'm doing this, I need to get all the sugar out. Okay. So sugar. And again, you just keep turning them until they get a nice golden brown. Okay, and some cinnamon. I think the weights for the cinnamon and the sugar, just kick that over, weights for the cinnamon and the sugar on the bottom of the recipe sheet, which you can get from my website when I upload it later. So I'm just going to stir that. But before they go into here, I just put them on a bit of paper. So I'll just remove these and we'll put the paper down. Okay, so they're almost done. Just to soak up the fat. Looking good. So obviously I've got a fair few to do. I'll do these ones and I will switch off and come back when they're all cooked. Beautiful colour. And obviously the idea is to cook them right the way through. Give that last turn and then we'll take those out. A nice golden colour. So you can probably tell when they're mostly done because the bubbles will start to slow down. Okay, I'm taking those out now. Okay. I mean, there's the donuts, how they turn out. I'll pick one up for you in a sec. And what I do is just do one for you now. Okay, so that's going to go in. Just half dip it. Half dip it again. And there you've got your donut. Yummy, yummy. And then we'll just do the same with the centre bits as well. Once we've cooked off all the donuts, then we'll drop all of those in and we'll finish them off. So I'll be back in a minute. So there we have it. Cinnamon vegan donuts. Okay, that's it. That's your cinnamon vegan donuts. Done with oat milk and vegan butter. But yeah, they turned out really nice. I should take a nice picture of them and upload that, and also the demo will be uploaded shortly as soon as it's processed. So thanks again for watching, and don't know what I'll be coming up with next time because I've had a few requests, but it's whether I can get the ingredients to do those requests, and you know, I obviously don't want to go out every day and buy stuff because of the isolation, and I don't want to get corona. So I'll see what I can do, but I will come up with something. Thank you.